Hi, I'm Brad Knowles, producer of Friday Night Flies, hosted by Scott LeBoldis and Scotty Holmes. Enjoy the show.
Oh my goodness.
You got one of these lights.
Yeah, they're deadly. Hey everybody, Zach here once again for Friday Night Flies at Bass Pro in Tawasin. We got Jordan in the house. Just kidding, he's not tying today. We kind of ran out of time. I've been slammed and we've been trying to film and just hasn't happened. Maybe we'll get him in for next week. Right, Jordan? Yeah.
Yeah, hopefully.
He's really jealous of this Solarez UV light. I'm going to be using it again with one of their newer products, the Ultra Thin. This stuff is pretty sweet. So last week I did a little dry fly for you. This week I'm going to build on it a little bit. I'm going to do a little Mosquito Mayfly imitation. Super easy. Once again, 2 materials, 3 including the resin. Super simple. So let's head on down and check this one out. Alright guys, so there it is. A little Mayfly, Mosquito, generic dry fly thing. Again, building off some of those principles we did last week. There's the front profile for you. See, we added a couple wings. So yeah, let's get started on this one. For a hook, I'm using a Daiichi 1170. You can use whatever dry fly hook you like. It's all up to you. Now we're going to try and get Jordan in on Saturday. He doesn't have enough time to tie up a greasy little sculpin. Who knows, maybe he'll tie up something different. I don't know. It's always into something. And let's see that fly, if you're okay with showing the world.
Oh, ahead of schedule there.
One of his secret little grease pits. Look at that bad boy. Lots of movement on that. Digging it. That's going to catch some big nasty bulls. Probably anything. Yeah, all the chum. We love fun fish. So this is a, like I said, Daiichi 1170, size 12. Got some Danville 70 in black once again. And we're just going to work our way back. So just like last week, starting off with some grizzly hackle, some of the bigger stuff here. And just stripping away portions that are quite stiff. You don't want the really webby stuff because it's going to absorb some water. This stuff's going to stay a little bit more dry. So take off a good chunk. Make sure all the tips are aligned. Measure out a tail, about the length of the body. Now we're going to tie that in. Make sure it's right on top. And go back and underneath. Just to help splay those out a little bit. I'm going to trim that. It's a little long. Trim that a little bit. Lock it all down. Right up to the front. And I'm going to come back about an eye length and a half. If you remember from last week, I said to save those little tips from those hackles. So I've got 2 here. And I'm putting them dull side to dull side, so the shiny sides are facing out. Okay, and I've kind of stuck them together. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to measure about the length of the body there. I'm going to tie that in on top. So I'm going to pinch my fingers together, do a loose wrap, and pinch everything together as I tug straight down. And that's going to make sure that they're right on top of the hook. I'm going to wrap forward a little bit. Now I'm going to grab these, I'm going to pull them forward. I'm going to do a couple wraps right behind. You can see that kind of helps to prop them up nice and high. And now that they're up, I'm going to take a wrap in front and a wrap in between. I'm going to rotate it there so you guys can see it. And then I'm going to take a wrap behind and do a wrap on the other side. And another wrap right behind. So as you can see now, they're kind of splayed apart. That's what we're looking for. I'm going to trim away all this junk in the front. Better than having some junk in the trunk. Jordan not impressed. And we're going to wrap back here. Don't worry about those loose fibers there, not the end of the world. You can trim away if you like. Now the body on this guy, you can see it's kind of a two-tone kind of a cool technique here. So what I've got is just some Superfly moose mane, and this stuff comes in a little shank like or hank like this. Some fibers are white, some are black, some are brown. All you need to do is pick 2 or 3, or depends how many colors you want. Just pluck them free from the patch here. I'm going to grab 1 white, 1 black. So I got 2 there like so. Hopefully you can see that. And like peacock herl, the tips are quite brittle. So I'm going to trim away a good chunk of the tip there, just to kind of get it to a little bit of a thicker portion. I'm going to make sure that those tips are up near the base of the wings there. I'm going to wrap that forward, lock it all down. There we go. And now I'm going to take these, I'm just going to wrap them forward. So you can soak these in water, that'll help to loosen them up a little bit. They can be a little stiff and brittle. Now I'm just going to wrap them one turn in front of the other, touching turns, and that way you get that nice segmentation, which is kind of cool. So again, you can do 2, 3 colors at once if you like. Well, it depends on the size of the fly. I'm going to stop a little bit behind the wing, so we're going to tie in some hackle. So there we go, 2 in front, 2 behind. We're going to trim those away. So that's our body. Like I said, the stuff can be quite fragile and brittle, and fish have teeth and they're just going to mow on that. So I've got some of the Solarez Super Thin. This is a pretty cool product that they sent myself here. Comes with a cool little brush built into it. It's extremely thin viscosity. So this I'm just going to brush on, kind of just coat the outside of that moose mane. Jordan was adamant he didn't have enough time to film, and I think he could have. I'm just going to give him a hard time. And I'm going to cure that up. This light is super bright, cures just about instantly. I'm a firm believer in the Solarez stuff, it's pretty deadly. So there you go. Tack free to the touch. Can't go wrong. I've already plucked myself a hackle out of my cape here and measured it on my Mongoose's gauge that came with the vise. And once again, I'm just going to strip away some of the fibers from the bottom, create myself a little tie-in point. I got some bare stem there. I'm going to tie that in right behind those wings. Follow that up front. Trim that away. I'm actually going to take my thread right up to the behind the eye. Just do a quick little wet finish, just in case I bump it, it doesn't pop off. You can see my wings are kind of sticking back. As I wrap this hackle, I'll put a couple wraps directly behind them, and it should help prop them forward. So, there we go. It's got my hackle pliers. It's a tiny hackle, so they definitely help. So you can help kind of by pulling them forward a little bit. You're going to get 2 turns behind. And there you go. You can already see they're already standing up nice and straight. I'm going to do 3 or 4 turns in front, just one in front of the other. Let's get one more just for fun. There we go. Trap that hackle in. And I'm just going to stroke everything back, build up a little bit of a head, and just a little whip finish. Just like so. There you go. Another nice, easy little dry fly pattern. Trim away that hackle stem. Just get those wings popped how I want them. There we go. Give you a nice slow roll there. There you go. So like I said, this builds off that foundation that we did last week. There's the front view for you. Pretty easy little fly. Deadly too. Because when the fish are looking at the dries, they're just seeing a silhouette. So color doesn't really matter. Color's more for us and visibility. Makes it a little bit easier to see. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Let's head on up and sign out. All right, guys, there you have it. The little mosquito mayfly. Pretty easy little tie. Easy to get going. The wings are going to be the trickiest part. Once you do a couple, you're going to get them dialed in. Getting the proportions right is pretty tricky. Just make sure they're the same length as the body. That's just going to have them stick up just a little bit taller than the hackle. If you got different colors, definitely use those as the wings. Those can be little indicators for you. So if you're having trouble seeing the fly, makes it pretty easy to stick it out there. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do another one next week. Not sure yet. We'll see. But yeah, again, good foundation for you guys to work on. That one's going out to, sorry, I'm terrible with names. We had Holly and it was Travis or Trevor that was in the other day. They're fans of the show, checking it out, and he was struggling with some dry flies, so hopefully that helps. Let us know what you guys think, and tie some up, post them to our Facebook page. Subscribe to our new YouTube channel. We've separated from the Brad Knowles Pemberton Fish Finder one. Same great show, same great stuff, same great guys. So definitely hit the subscribe button on our page, and that way you'll get all the live updates and stuff like that. So, all right, guys, we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.